guys, it's Hey guys, it's Caroline, and today we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of moving abroad. Alright, so today we're doing another Moka chat, and I have my Moka pod here and my little espresso cup, and I'm gonna fill it all the way to the top because I need espresso right now pretty bad. I got a green and white cup to match my green background. Oh, that's strong, but it's good. I do love espresso, but my goodness, it's strong. So I didn't want to make this video too long, so I'm just gonna do a few main points of my pros and cons of moving abroad, and I obviously have a lot more I could add, but I'm just gonna do the main ones to keep it a little shorter and sweeter for you guys. Let's start with the pros because I'm a positive person and we'll just start off on a positive note. So the first pro of moving abroad is the discomfort, and that might seem negative to some of you, but I'm a big believer in discomfort being what fuels growth. And so through experiencing new things and getting a little uncomfortable, we grow a lot. And one of the biggest takeaways I got from moving abroad was how much I grew. And when you're just faced with these new situations, new experiences, new cultures, people, languages, it's amazing how much you grow in a short amount of time. And I just feel like that's a huge positive of moving abroad, and one of the main things I tell people when they ask what I love about living abroad. I've been living abroad for a little over 7 years, off and on for the last year, but I still get uncomfortable sometimes, and I continuously grow because you're always faced with new challenges and things that you just, never experienced in your home country. So I feel like getting uncomfortable is a really good thing sometimes. All right, the second pro of moving abroad is building confidence. When you face discomfort, as I just talked about, you will have to find a way to navigate it and get through it, move through the discomfort. So I feel like you gain a lot of confidence in doing that, and it's amazing how much more confident I've gotten living abroad. I was always a pretty confident person, but moving into a new country and realizing that I was able to navigate so much and handle so much really fueled my confidence and made me just kind of understand that I could conquer anything I put my mind to, and it gave me confidence in all areas of my life because I was experiencing that just from moving to a new country. The last pro of moving abroad, once again, there are many more I could do, but this is the third one I want to talk about today, is learning a new language. I cannot even express how important this is and how essential it was in me finding my place and my way in Italy. Obviously, you can get by with English in a lot of the world because many people have English as their second language, but when you speak someone's language with them, you experience a connection and a kind of intimacy with them that you wouldn't experience if you weren't speaking their language. All right, now it's time for the negatives. I do try to keep it real on my channel, and there are some negatives when you're moving to a new country, and I experienced plenty of them. A lot of them did help me grow more and just learn new things about myself, but unfortunately, just like any country, there are negatives. Number one is feeling isolated. When you first move to a new country, just like when you first move to a new city or anywhere new, you don't really have a community, you don't have friends, family, people to lean on there. You have to rely on FaceTime calls to connect with people, and it's just a different feeling when you can't be in person with the people that you really care about and you haven't quite built a community yet, and it takes time. It was very isolating for me when I first moved. I had no friends. I did have some friends at my university when I started school, but it still takes time to get to know people and really feel like you have like family or community in the new place you are. So even if I had friends I could go out for a drink with, you're not quite on that deep level of connection that you will be after months or years of being friends with them. So at the beginning it does feel very isolating and kind of like nobody really knows or understands you. So that is a negative. Unfortunately, it's unavoidable, but it does get better. All right, the second one is culture shock. So I didn't really think about culture shock too much before I moved to Italy. I was just ready to get over there. For anyone coming into a new country, it's bound to happen. You just haven't learned the right way to do things, the right way to interact with people, what's normal, what's not, what's acceptable, what's not. Those are things you just have to learn through trial and error, and there's not like a rule book for figuring it out. For example, in Italy, You don't say hi to people that you don't know. In America, if you're walking down the grocery store aisle, if you're at the park, if you're waiting in line somewhere, you might say hi to someone. You might start up a conversation. You might make small talk with someone. If you're walking through the park and see someone, you'd say hello. You're friendly. It's weird if you don't say hi in America, especially in the Midwest where I'm from. But in Italy, if you say hi to someone, they kind of like do a double take. If they don't know you, like, why are you talking to me? Should I know you? Why do you know me? And it took a long time for me to understand that. I just thought people weren't friendly, but instead that's just how they are. Even a really, really friendly person won't say hi to you if they don't know you. It's not a personal thing, it's just the culture over there. All right, the third con of moving abroad is feeling like a fish out of water and feeling disrespected. So when I first moved to Italy, it was very obvious I was American. I was 19 years old, kind of oblivious, not trying to blend in at all. I was just sort of doing my thing, and I definitely got different treatment than the Italians around me. If I was at a restaurant or something, I wouldn't get as good a service. If I was at a shop looking around, they wouldn't be as helpful with me. Obviously, there are exceptions. There are some really sweet Italians that don't care if you're from there or not. They're very open and receptive to people from all over the world. But a lot of Italians kind of have a certain level of respect for you if you are Italian, if you're speaking their language to them, if you understand their cultural norms and you're socially appropriate, and you kind of know what's okay and what's not. There's a different level of respect you get. So when you first move there and it's obvious you're kind of a fish out of water and you're not from there, you'll typically get tourist treatment, which is not always friendly, and it takes time to build that respect and that approval from Italians. Obviously, from the way you dress to the way you talk to the way you carry yourself, there are many different ways for them to tell if you're Italian or not, and the longer I've lived in Italy, the more I've picked up on those things. My fashion sense has gotten better. Well, not even better, but just more Italian. You're just gonna have to deal with a little bit of disrespect, unfortunately, until you assimilate more into the culture. But yeah, that's definitely something that I felt upset by many times, because I like to be respected and I like to be accepted and I like to feel like people are treating me with kindness, and just as we all should. And I'm very careful with how I treat tourists now that I've lived in Italy for so long. I will never disrespect someone or talk down on them, because I know exactly how that felt when I was a brand new foreigner in Italy and had a lot to learn and understand about the culture and the people. So that's my last point. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I didn't even finish my coffee. All right, I just shot the whole thing down. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now.
Ain't no off season, I gotta keep going till I stop breathing. Guap scheming, I'm finna go and blow up when I shop. Demons know they see me, can't ignore my hustle, know they watch. Even lost meaning, had to look within, I had some log eating.